Okay, what we're going to look at now is how do you test your code? So you're doing it on MIT, you're putting together a nice app, and you put together something like this, for example, and you want to test it. You want to see if it works. How do you go about that? Well, you need to install an emulator or to set up an app on your phone so that you can test it. So the instructions are all in this Get Started window. So if you click on Start Now and you go to Set Up Instructions, it tells you that you have 4 options for setting up live testing while you build the apps. And they recommend the first one, the first choice, which will allow you to install an MIT companion app on your Apple or your Android device. So option 1, that's the recommended one. So you click on instructions and you just follow the instructions, and you'll notice it's using Wi-Fi between your laptop where you're building the project and your phone where you're testing it out. So step 1 is to download the companion app on your device. You can download it from the App Store or from Google Play, depending on what type of phone you have. So after you've downloaded and installed it on your device, you connect your computer and the phone to the same Wi-Fi network. It has to be the same network. You're working on your project and you connect it to your device by clicking, you're ready to test the code, you click connect and you choose AI Companion. And it gives you a QR code and a letter code. Your companion app looks like that. So you can go to scan the QR code or you can type in that code over there and it should launch the code on your phone and run the code so that you can test it. If you have any problems, you go back to your app inventor and you change the code, you click connect to the companion and you test it out again. The second option is if you don't have a phone to test it with, then you can use an emulator on your machine. You click on instructions, and this is where you're building it on a laptop, but you don't have a phone to test it out. So it creates a little piece of software which pretends to be a phone and tests it out for you. If you've got a Mac machine, you use that install. A Windows machine, you use that install. And then it runs the software. It creates a little icon for the AI starter on your desktop, and you basically, when you're working on the MIT website, when you want to test your code, you click connect, and you go down. Instead of choosing the companion, you choose the emulator, and then you run it on the emulator. And it takes a while. And when I tested it just now, I got an error message. But nevertheless, it should open up in that little window and you're ready to test your app. So let's try that out. I'm just going to close my screen here. And here's the software, the shortcut to the software that I downloaded. I just click it open, and you'll notice on my taskbar, it's now showing. And when I click it there, it says, it's got this black screen and some code. Basically, my emulator has set itself out, and it's now listening for a connection. Okay, you can see listening for a connection to be made. It's listening for me to run the code. So I can just minimize that, open up the MIT platform again, and I'm ready to test this code. So I go connect and I choose emulator. And it says starting the Android emulator. Please wait. This might take a minute or two. And it really is a minute or two. It does take quite a while. But if you look at your taskbar, you can see that something new has popped up. And if I click open that little window, just get that visible, you can see it's now sitting there on my screen. And it's basically starting the Android emulator. Please wait, this might take. So it's starting the emulator. So this is kind of pretending to be a little phone and showing how it would run on an Android device. So we just wait. We're told it's going to take 15 seconds or so to ensure that all is running. So basically the website, MIT website, is talking to this little emulator software that's loaded on my machine. It's making connections, it's starting it. It's soon going to start the app. So it started the emulator. It's now acting like an Android phone. And it's like you're clicking open the app on your phone. It's verifying that the companion has started. It's waiting 6 seconds to ensure that everything is running, and hopefully it will launch this little program in the window very, very soon. As I say, I sometimes get error messages, but you just try again. Sometimes there we go. Sorry, the companion is not responding for some reason or other. Now, I don't know why that is, but yours should. So I wouldn't worry too much. I get it to work and then it doesn't work and then it works again. It's a little bit buggy. So try it out, test it out, and once you've got it to work, enjoy using the program.